Hey guys, this is Dino. How's it going? I know it's a silly title with a silly question. Typhon is a pay-to-play robot with very unique ability and its specs are off the charts. And Cerberus, even though it has almost similar ability, but there's a big difference between the two robots when it comes down to everything else. This is probably your initial thoughts. But hear me out on this one. This video is just for discussion. We're gonna look at some info and talk about key elements that make Cerberus, in some sense, not so different than its twin brother, Typhon. When I first wanted to get Cerberus a few months ago, everyone said it's not worth it, so I hesitated for a bit, but I had few components and I could get the rest with gold. And it cost me 3,000 gold pieces, so it wasn't that expensive, cause you could get that amount of gold from the even chest and black market and a couple of freaks for free, so I decided to get it. When I tried running this robot, I immediately understood why everyone hated it. Then after Cerberus got its own legendary palette, that's where the performance gap between them been filled, and it made the whole difference in the world. This is where our comparison made on Cerberus with a legendary palette that you can buy with free gold against expensive Typhon. We will begin with upgrade information. There's a lot of information as you can see here, so if you want to pause and read it all, then do it now. I only care about the level 12 specs. At level 12, Typhon durability is 150k and Cerberus is 120, so 30k HP difference only. In many situations, someone could take 30k off your HP with one shot. Now imagine that you paid $50 or $100 just to get one extra shot added to your HP. How would you feel about that? Is it worth it? Next, Typhon Aegis Shield is 40k HP and Cerberus is 30k. Now again, not that big of difference. Also, Cerberus is faster than Typhon. High speed allow you to do maneuvering, which is very important element for survivability. And one less important information, Cerberus costs way less than Typhon to upgrade. You will pay 135 million silver to upgrade Cerberus to level 12 in total, while you will have to pay 170 million silver for Typhon. Both have a decent fire power. Typhon with 4 medium hard points and Cerberus have 2 medium and 1 heavy hard points. I made this test and it showed that Typhon have a slightly advantage, not even to mention it's very tiny advantage. Both seem like they do the same or they have the same fire power. But this one depends also on the type of weapons you are using. We need to emphasize on the fact that you could have got 70 to 80% of Typhon specs with free gold. So far nothing special about the Typhon, and Cerberus seems like an underrated robot. Now let's look into key features of each robot ability and design. What really makes Typhon special is the range and its ability to disable other robots' ability, and also the Aegis shield shaped like a tiny cylinder wrapped around it tightly. As for Cerberus, it can do all the things that Typhon do, but instead of disabling others' ability, it inflicts DOT and can make a damage up to 3k every time you hit someone with your ability. And that's lead me to mention that Cerberus has short cooldown, 9 seconds only. And after the next update, the cooldown will increase, and if you use boosters, Cerberus will have 7 seconds cooldown only. That's amazing. And also, when you use your legendary palette, you will cover the same ability range, which is 500 meter. And Cerberus has a bubble-shaped Aegis shield. It's not streamlined like Typhon. Is it bad or good? It depends the way you look at it. Bubble-shaped Aegis shield can protect you and your teammates, but once a scorpion walks into it, it's a game over for you. So you can say it's a double-edged sword. And that's why Scorpion is your arch enemy if you're running Cerberus. The only thing that Typhon bested Cerberus on is disabling others' ability, but Cerberus compensate that with a short cooldown and DOT. But what I really like about the Cerberus, it's the design. One side has a perfectly lined up medium weapons and the other side has the built-in ability cannon. So it's a perfect for Cerberus playstyle where you wanna keep your distance and do a lot of corner shooting and not to expose yourself to the enemy. And Unlike the Typhon, the built-in ability cannon is mounted on the top, which is in some situations not very ideal. In conclusion, I would say Cerberus isn't better than Typhon, but considering the price tag, Cerberus is a very good alternative for Typhon and very underrated robot. You just need to level this robot to the highest level you can, and with some skillful play you can best any Typhon you run into on the battlefield. These are my thoughts, and I would love to hear your thoughts as well, so make sure to add me in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next video. Bye bye.